The escape pod hurtled through the void, its sole occupant barely conscious as life support systems failed one by one. Lyra clutched her wounded side, violet blood seeping between her fingers. Her species, the Valari, were known throughout the galaxy as peaceful diplomats, their slender forms and delicate features inspiring protective instincts in most sentient races. Most, but not all. 3 days earlier, her diplomatic vessel had been attacked by Krell raiders. The Krell, bulky reptilians with a penchant for violence, had breached their hull without warning. Her fellow diplomats and the ship's crew had been slaughtered. Only Lyra had managed to reach an escape pod before the vessel exploded. Now, as her pod's emergency beacon pulsed weakly into the emptiness of space, Lyra drifted in and out of consciousness. Her thoughts turned to the stories she'd heard about this sector, particularly about the planet her trajectory was taking her toward. Earth, home of humans. The Galactic Council classified humans as a Class 4 predator species, dangerous, unpredictable, and carnivorous. Stories circulated about their violent history, their sharp teeth designed for tearing flesh, their capacity for warfare. They were newcomers to interstellar politics, admitted to the Council only 50 years ago, and most species gave their territory a wide berth. Lyra's pod computer chimed, indicating that several ships had detected her distress signal. Hope flared briefly in her chest, only to die as each vessel altered course away from her after identifying her trajectory toward Earth. No one wanted to venture near human space, not even to save a Valari diplomat. The pod shuddered as it entered Earth's atmosphere. Warning lights flashed across the console. Impact was imminent. Lyra closed her eyes and surrendered to fate. Asterisk, asterisk, asterisk. Captain Tom Miller was enjoying his morning coffee at the Forest Ranger Station when the emergency alert blared. Something had crashed in the national park, about 12 miles from his position. Probably a satellite, his colleague Jack muttered, already gearing up. Let's roll. They reached the impact site within 20 minutes. What they found wasn't a satellite. Holy hell, Tom whispered, staring at the alien craft. Call this in. Now, while Jack radioed for backup, Tom approached the damaged pod. Its hull had cracked open, revealing its occupant, a humanoid figure with soft blue skin, silver-white hair, and delicate features currently contorted in pain. Purple blood seeped from a wound in her side. The alien's eyes fluttered open, startling pink irises focusing on Tom with obvious fear. Please, she whispered in perfect English, courtesy of her translator implant. Don't eat me. Tom blinked in confusion before understanding dawned. I'm not going to hurt you, he said softly, kneeling beside her. I'm here to help. Asterisk, asterisk, asterisk. Lyra woke in a white room that smelled of antiseptics, a medical facility then. She tried to sit up but found herself too weak. Easy there, came a gentle voice. A human female wearing a white coat approached. I'm Dr. Emma Wilson. You're safe. The others, Lyra managed. The other ships, they detected my signal, left me. Dr. Wilson's expression softened. Yes, we know. We detected their course changes. I'm sorry they abandoned you. They feared coming near human space. Lyra explained. Your species, your classification. As dangerous predators? Emma smiled wryly. Yes, we're aware of our reputation. Another human entered, the male who had found her. Tom, she remembered. How's our guest? He asked. Recovering well, Emma replied. Her physiology isn't so different from ours. Lyra studied them both, confusion evident on her face. You saved me. Why? Your species is known for being carnivorous monsters? Tom chuckled. Yeah, we eat meat. We also save people in trouble. It's what we do. The Galactic Council doesn't understand us, Emma added. They see our teeth, our history of warfare, and they label us dangerous. They don't see how we've grown. Over the next few days, Lyra learned more about humans than any Valari diplomat before her. Yes, they were omnivores with a history of conflict, but they were also fiercely protective of the vulnerable. The concept of rescue was deeply ingrained in their culture, saving those in peril regardless of species or origin. When she was strong enough, Tom took her outside the medical facility to a gathering of humans. They'd organized a small welcome party with carefully researched Valari-compatible foods and gentle music. "We contacted your government," an official named Mark told her. "They're sending a ship, but it'll take 2 weeks to reach us." None of the closer vessels would come, Lara asked, though she already knew the answer. "No," Mark confirmed. They cited safety protocols regarding human territory. Lyra looked around at the humans who had rescued her, treated her wounds, and welcomed her to their world, the so-called dangerous predators who had shown more compassion than the civilized species who had abandoned her. 2 weeks later, as she prepared to board the Valeri vessel that would take her home, Lyra addressed the human delegation. "When I return, I will tell the Council the truth about humans," she promised. "Not the classification in their databases, but what I've witnessed firsthand. That beneath your predator exterior beats the heart of Guardians. That while others turned away, you alone chose to help a stranger in need." Tom smiled, looking slightly embarrassed by her praise. "We just did what anyone should do." "But they didn't," Lyra replied softly. "Only humans did." As her ship departed Earth, Lyra watched the blue planet recede through a viewport. The Galactic Council had been wrong about humans. Yes, they had sharp teeth and ate meat. Yes, they had a history of warfare. But they also possessed something rare in the cosmos, an instinctive drive to protect the helpless, even at risk to themselves. Perhaps it was precisely because of their predatory past that they recognized the importance of compassion. They knew the darkness that lurked in the universe, and they had chosen to stand against it. In the end, the so-called carnivorous humans had proved more humane than all the peaceful species who had left her to die among the stars.